If you want to find out how I get rid of the dark circles under my eyes, how I cover them up, and also the dark spots on my nose, then keep watching. Hello Healthinistas, and welcome to my channel 50 something. My name is Bernice. If you are a woman over 50, then this is the channel for you. On this channel, I give you fitness, health, and lifestyle. If this is something that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, but don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any time I upload. And come back every week for new videos. Alright, so in today's video, I am going to show you how I get rid of how I cover my dark circles under my eyes. I also have a couple of dark spots on my nose so that it looks flawless. So let's go.
The first thing I do is get the primer, the Sephora primer, and I will link it in the description. You want to squeeze some on the tip of your fingers and then apply it evenly throughout your face, so all over your face. You always want to make sure that you're applying away from the center. And then when it comes to those dark marks on my nose and dark marks under my eyes, what I do is get a little bit more primer. Now, some people use an under eye primer. However, your primer that you use for your face should be sufficient. You can just dab more under your eyes, and then in my case, I dab it on the two dark spots on my nose, and that's from years of wearing glasses. Then next I reach for my foundation, which is also Sephora, and it is a number 57. And so before you apply it to your beauty blender, you want to make sure that you moisten the beauty blender. So just wet it a little bit and then squeeze the excess water out, and then you just dab it onto your hand. And as you can see, as I'm applying it, you could tell there's coverage going on. My skin is looking smoother than what it was. So you want to apply that evenly, and on your forehead as well, and all the way around. Now I apply it all over my face, but I do not apply it directly underneath my eyes because I'm getting ready to put the concealer there. And I do put some on the two dots that are on my nose because I do want to have that part covered a lot more, and that part is not going to crease because it's on my nose, it's not under my eyes. So you want to make sure that you've got really good coverage, and then you will come back then with the concealer. But as you can tell, my skin is smoothing, and you want to get underneath your chin because you want to make sure that everything is even, not that you have a certain complexion and then you have completely different under your chin. So then the concealer that I use, this is upside down, but it's number 430, and it's Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. And so I will dab it on my hand, and then what I do is I will put my fingers, dab it on my fingers, and then apply it underneath my eye. Now, even from what I've done so far, you can tell there's a huge difference in my complexion already. So once I put it on my hand and start dabbing it, and here's the problem when you just dab it but don't work it through, that can cause creasing because you just have a clump of stuff. So make sure that you don't only dab it, but you also work it through. So I'm working it through the lines and then to the crow's feet, just to make sure that I'm filling it in. Now, is it going to fill in all the way completely? Not entirely, but you're going to see the difference, definitely. So So you want to work it in deep into your skin, and make sure, yeah, in my case, those 2 dots, I want to make sure I get concealer on there as well. And then just work it in. And I'm working it into my skin. You want to do that on both sides. And then once you've worked it into where it's distributed pretty evenly, you want to take a moist beauty blender and just dab it on there. Now I have nothing on this beauty blender, it's just moist. And so I'm dabbing it onto the concealer to work it in. You want to do that. And as you can see, my lines are actually thinning as I'm doing that. So you want to work it in, dab it in, and then once you've worked it in with the moist beauty blender, you are going to get your face powder. Now the face powder that I use is also Sephora, and that's coming up here shortly. And that looks pretty good. That looks very good right there. And so you can get your face powder, and with the moist beauty blender, you're going to dab your face powder and then work that into your under eye as well. And as I'm doing that, you can tell like the darkness is gone. You don't see it at all. The darkness is pretty much gone. And continue to do that, and then I have to extend that to my nose, the dark spots on my nose, to fill that in. I work the powder in, because remember we just used a moist beauty blender, so we want to work the powder in to fill it in. And it looks pretty good. You can't even tell how dark it was when I started. So once we've worked that powder in, we're going to come behind it and then even everything out. So we're going to put face powder on the rest of our face just to fill in that foundation, to take away the shine and just to even it out. Now once it's evened out, you could tell the darkness is gone. The 2 spots on my nose are gone, and I can go ahead and apply my makeup. So the next screen that you see is my makeup completed.
If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in any of the products that you see in this video, I have a link in the description below, so you can click on that. And I do get a little bit of commission on there, but it doesn't cost you any more.